The Principal's Cup was no doubt a respected national grassroots football competition that produced stars such as the late Stephen Keshi, Daniel Amokachi, Sunday Olise and Henry Nwosu, amongst others. Ex-internationals Dosu Joseph and Tajuddin Disu have memories of winning the prestigious trophy with Igbobi College in the 1980s.
I played for Igbobi College in 1987 when we won the Principal's Cup against Ansarudeen. I think we played 0-0 full-time 90 minutes, and in penalty shootout we defeated them. I stopped 3 penalties and we won, and it was just lovely. And we came back into the school, we danced and danced and danced.
Principal's Cup was there then, they picked us, we went to Sweden, go and win the Gothia Cup for Nigeria. We came back again. The following year, Principal's Cup, they picked us, we went to America to win the Dallas Cup, we went to Brazil, win the Brazilian State Cup, we went to Norway, we win the Norwegian Cup, and the last one was we went to Denmark to win the Danish Cup. So from there, we graduated to the Flying Eagles.
For years, the competition has struggled to regain its reputation, and so it comes with great excitement that efforts are being made to revive the good old days.
History is there that Nigeria won the Olympics in 1996 in Atlanta when we defeated all the great names in football. And that was because we were able to catch them when they were young in the schools. And they excelled. After 1996 in Atlanta, we relaxed.
Somto Iwagu and John Ebenezer featured at the second edition of the Channel Track and Field Classics. Hearing about the good old days of the Principal's Cup has given them a good feeling about football.
I first came to this school in JS2. I wasn't really good at sports, but in academics I'm good. So this school brought me up. I never knew I could play football, I never knew I could run. But now when I was kept on going, JS3, SS1, now I'm very good at sports. I'm part of this school football team, and I'm one of the fastest in the school.
At first, I never wanted to do anything sport or athletics because I'm not a good fan of athletics. Honestly, when I saw a senior named Ramon, I saw him playing football. Then I picked interest in playing football.
The competition is set to return with some level of rebranding that will expand its base to accommodate other sports such as athletics, table tennis, and badminton.
Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I am Ken Ochonogo. Love is in the air. I know, but then how do you express love? There is how? I don't know. I'm trying to conceptualize something. Love. How do you love your son? How do you love your parents? How do you love your friends? How do you love your nation? How do you love, how do you express love even to your pets, even to your cars? Some people love their cars, you understand? I tell you this, you don't want to see a scratch on it. You want to see it sparkling. How do you express love? It is February the 14th, and I tell you, it was supposed to be when our National Olympics, the National Sport Festival was supposed to marry itself with sports and love coming together. It was billed as the Valentine National Sport Festival. But for the 4th time, not for their fault anyway, I will tell you this, even talk about positive or false, because a lot of things came into consideration. Why? We need to move it on again. They said, for this time, the commissioners of sports, the MOSD, the Nigerian, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, everybody came together. The money is not there. It is not safe enough. The space is not there. University of Benin students are back. A lot of people are saying, okay, fine, let us push it. I don't want to name the date, but let me learn that it has been pushed forward. Understand? Because it has not been confirmed. They say, on so and so day, we hope to have it. And that is last week, we gave assurances that if the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport come to the aid of the governor of Edo State who said, look, my guys, we don't have enough money. We are ready, but we have spent so much on perishables. We have spent so much on expendables. We have spent so much on a lot of things that, yes, those things we have to spend again. And the minister, we sent a message to the presidency, to the government, and then we're expecting a reply. We looked at the period, myself and Obun were here, and we looked at 2, 3, 4, 5 days and no response. we knew something. When you don't respond immediately, how will these teams prepare? How will the logistics, transportation, how are they going to do that? The protocols that are going to be involved. But at the end of the day, they came together and agreed. They all came together and said, I think for now, based on all this, it will be possible for us to go on with National Sport Festival. So Valentine, here we are. We thought the youths of this country would have come together in Edo and then love themselves using the pedestal or sport to express that love. Let's move forward. The closer it is to the Olympics to us, anyway, the better it is as a preparatory ground for them to go and excel at Tokyo 2020. We talk 2020 in 2021. That is the sign of the times. And I tell you this, before we go around other things that we're going to talk about here today, let me bring my guys because, who are in the house. Abu?
Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, viewers. Good to be here. Ken, I think it's disheartening that National Sports Festival has been shifted for the 4th time. For whatever reasons that has been given, I thought that sports festival should have just gone ahead. Let's sort it out once and for all. If every other activities is back, why is it not safe enough to have National Sports Festival?
What of the money?
I told you last week that if it's in the priority list of the federal government, they would have found the money. I said, and I still stand by it. If it's in their priority list, if they really want that sports festival to go, they would have found it.
You're not taking the time frame into consideration.
Ken, this is
you will get home today and your kids will tell you, Daddy, we need to ask.
Ken, monies are being expended for that. These are national. They would have, there's what called alignment of budget. They could have just aligned one thing, shifted 1 or 2 grand to get the festival. And
after they look for money for the vaccines.
Exactly.
Billions
of them. And support this is National Sports Festival. Then in the EPL is advantage Manchester City. They can't lose the title from this point.
We'll come back from that. Jimmy is back. Jimmy, you saw the national sport, the national Principals Cup coming up. It used to be what? Well, Yemi's not here. Yemi loved that. You see the carousel. You know that chumps out. These great players. You saw Heringusu, Schoolboy International, Arne Lerika, Schoolboy. We call them Schoolboy International then because they play for the schools and they play for the national team.
I think, great to be here. Great to be back on set with you and Obum, definitely. I think when you talk about memories, Principal Cup memories, you've got to talk about teams, schools like Igbobi College, Greg's, CKC, Onitsha, and you also had the Ionian in Ogun State. I think there are a lot of competitions.
Was it in Ogun or that succeeded that after CKC won?
After CKC,
they dominated.
CKC went global also. I think CKC also represented the country.
CKC won the World Cup. They won the World Cup. CKC won the World Cup.
Yes.
When they represented it at the school sports, CKC Onitsha, they won the World Cup at that level. But I'm trying to remember that I think it's a government or something grammar school.
Government college. But I'm not so sure.
Because I think it was the Lagos team that was either St. Philip's or some Gregs, and they defeated them. And I said this could was good.
Just like you said, for someone like myself, far back 1986, I had memories of players like Joseph Dosu coming into church to celebrate that victory in Igbobi College. As at 10. So I knew how important it was. For a school like, Mayflower that I went to, I knew what it was because we're always getting into the finals.
I thought you guys were just planting.
Definitely not.
Mayflower, you people cultivated what you were eating. I don't think you were into sports at that point.
Ken, Mayflower was huge when it was about athletics. When it was about sports, huge. Academics, huge. But let's talk about sports. I think when you talk about Igbobi College, talk about St. Finbar's. Look at Sunday Ulisse. Sunday Ulisse was the senior prefect of his school. I think he went to St. Finbar's. And despite that, he was so disciplined as the senior prefect of his school. Even if you play beyond break time, he would seize the ball, tear it up. But he was disciplined. Talk about academics and sports. Talk about what Principal's Cup is supposed to mean. Talk about what we have been largely missing. Because at the end of the day, we talk about culture in sports. We talked about stationery stores, Julius Berger, people thronging to come watch games.
And it was the
Principal's Cup was huge. Very huge. So, when they say they're trying to bring Principal's Cup back, a lot has got to be done. A lot of engagement to make the ones that are in school right now understand what it actually meant then.
Exactly. Let me tell you, because this is very, very instructive. This is very instructive. In 1980, when Nigeria hosted the AFCON, the Cup of Nations, then African Cup of Nations, 1980.
Yeah.
4
teams, as Nations Cup then.
Yeah. 4 teams were in Lagos, while the other 4 teams were in Ibadan. You understand? So all all 8 teams were not around for the match pass, the traditional match pass. What Lagos State did then was to invite the quarter-finalists, the 8 schools that qualified for the Principal's Cup, to come and represent each of those schools.
And that's what you do to generations.
And I tell you, Trinity Secondary Technical School, which was my school, was among those. So I can tell you that. So, it is not today.
No bragging rights.
No, we have a bragging right. We were among the 8 teams in Lagos that were the quarterfinals. Of course, we lost in the quarterfinal to St. Fimbas. I don't want to tell you the score because it was a bit embarrassing. So it was at that point in time, you hear Wakilo Yenuga. You understand? You say, Wakil, the guy got the ball into the end. You know, Asarudin, Anwar Islam. You know, some players will move from United Christian. You know, that is where Greg's Babs Academy, all those schools that had HSC, you know, where oppressing.
Mercenaries then. Mercenaries then.
Listening to you and Jimmy, I feel saddened that, okay, my generation, we didn't get to see some of these things, and what changed? Why wasn't it carried on? That's the problem. Because if this competition that has churned out stars after star had been carried from one generation to the other,
I think it still boils down to lack of prioritization of sports as a tool for re-engineering the society. We've gone through a lot in this society, but at the end of the day, I think that sport should have been one major tool that should have been kept as much as possible to ensure the youth were, you know, always looking up to sport, because we are always engaged.
The funniest thing in our nation today, that sport is one of the most unifying factors in Nigeria today.
And then you saw them, because at that particular level, not just in football. You saw Tajudisu, you know, playing, you know, they were there for Igbobi College.
Yes. The likes of Jonathan Akpobore,
Jonathan,
Joseph Dosu, all of them, Friday Echo.
You come in, Abia Ikaite, you understand, whatever, you get them there. And then you look at, even before they are set, you know, when there was the academicals, the Midwest academicals, Thompson Singh, the Lagos academicals, Godwin Odiye. You see all these guys who coming out. I talk about it in 73, and even
the likes of Shegun Odegbami, at that time, they were already paying for the West team.
You know, so that is what they want to come back to. And I believe that I don't want to brag again. I don't want to brag. But if you look at what Channels TV is doing at the Kids Cup, not even at the secondary school level, but at the primary school level, where it is not glamorous, where you believe that, but that is the foundation. It is not the aesthetics that make up the edifice. It can be beautiful, but if the foundation is not strong, they say if you put a foundation on quicksand, it collapses.
That's the embodiment of sports culture. When you entrench a culture, then it becomes easy as a template to follow through with.
True. Jimmy made a strong point that they're not just launching it again. They need to do a lot more awareness. Let people know, let schools be aware, let the generation know what this competition used to be about.
Exactly.
Because if you don't do it, both of you are talking about it, I'm like, wow, this is what it is. I don't even know. So a lot needs to be done, because if you don't convey this message, this next generation will still not take it serious.
Because then, also like we said, how many TV stations we have? We have NBC in Lagos. We have WNTV Ibadan. You understand? So maybe in the whole of the Southwest, you have 2 television stations. Then
the finals are
it is the newspapers. Evening times. You wait. You wait. At Guardian Express later join. You wait. Where these kids, they are showcased. They are stars.
Exactly.
When this school is playing this school, you talk about Igbobi playing which way in the final. I think St. Grace playing Igbobi in the final. And you see that in Nebo Tebowe, you know, they different Tebowe. You see all these guys.
Who was reported then, Ken? How many newspapers carry Channels Kids Cup?
Those are talking about. That is exactly what we're talking about here.
Exactly.
So a lot more engagement with the press, the media, and the generation you're expected to bring into the game. A lot more needs to be done in that area.
All right. So I mean that is what we are talking about here. We do believe that normally when I talk here sometimes with my colleagues, I said nostalgia. I wish the past is not better than the present, because I want the future to be. Let us look to the future with hope, to say the future will always be better. And then if you don't lay the foundation for now, the future will look bleak. There is nothing to look back on. We're looking back to great times, and if reminiscence, if we can get that back now, we know where we are going to be. It's going to be beautiful. The Channels Kids Cup will be back for, after this COVID, when we can come together as family, we'll bring the kids back to Lagos, and no matter how, we're going to get it done. And the Principal Cup is back. Let the grassroots sports, you go back there. Say, go back to the roots. When you go back to the root, you're able to identify how you can climb to the top. Okay, the Australian Open, we're doing 3 countdowns. We're talking about the Australian Open that started on Monday. Last week, Monday, we talked about the National Sport Festival that will have started today. And I tell you, Tokyo 2020, 158 days to go. We are counting. We are letting you know that you should be preparing. As you are preparing for National Sport Festival, you know that there's a minimum standard for the Olympics.
Exactly.
And you ask yourself, are we going to meet those standards? What are we going to do to get there? Because they might reduce the number of people that, number of athletes that are participating. Just like the national sports that want to, say, look, rugby,
gone.
Just bring in only the winners in the zones. No more runners up, and some people were crying. But then they had their reasons for doing all that. So 158 days to go. 23rd July, 2021. That is the kickoff day. Say Friday. Mark it in your calendar. Don't forget. We keep on every week. We remind you to say we are going there. So okay, we want to go on a very short break, and when we come back, Channel Sport on Sunday continues. We might likely open the lines and we'll come back and you tell us how you express your love on Valentine's and every other day. Stay with us. Okay, welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. It's fun. Sometimes I wish you guys would just catch us where we're having fun and break. It's good when you are in the house with those you love and those who love you. So that is. I don't need to tell you what we're discussing. I don't need to tell you what we're discussing. That is okay, guys. Don't come at me. Okay. Last week we're supposed to bring you a story on Kogi United. Players who went to the government house to protest. It has become a norm almost in this country when players ask for the entitlement. When you sign a contract with your players and then you don't redeem it, I don't think it is okay. They were been owed about 2 years sign-on fees. The sign-on fee is a tradition here. Every year, to keep on. Probably, I don't know why it comes out every year, but it's part of the package. When you sign a player, unless when the player wants to renew contract, that's why that is when they're supposed to renew. But it's like every year they get them the sign-on fee for 1 year, sign-on fee for 2 years, or probably they are resigning them. But that is what they were owed, and then they went there. So we did get in touch with the commissioner of sports, and he did say we'll speak this week. But when we spoke this morning, it's like they are not ready. But from what I gathered from him, I spoke to him personally. He said they have they've paid. I don't know if they've paid part of that sign-on fee, and that was why the players, because the NNL kicks off kicked off yesterday, with matches played. But they are playing their match today against El Kanemi of Ilorin. So they were already on their way to Ilorin for that match. While we spoke yesterday and we spoke today. So probably we hope that maybe by next week or so, if he is ready, we should be able to get them so that they will let us understand what the position is. Or on the other hand, we can also reach out to the players and find out if they've been paid the outstanding sign-on fees. But for now, I think it is a little bit that settlement of getting some settlement. That's why the players decided to travel. Maybe there's some promises, or maybe there has been some payment that was made to them, but we are not actually sure how much that was paid. Yeah.
Must it always come to this?
That is the issue.
Why must players have to go in front of a government house to protest, to demand for what is legally, contractually due to them? See, when you are in a position of leadership, I'm sure all of them get their emoluments and allowances. Why can't you do this for people under you? I just don't get
we've talked severally about the impact of club licensing regulations, and this is exactly what it means. If you are unable to entrench a proper culture of getting clubs to do the right thing at the right time, it's always going to come to this. Because when you do not have clubs that are financially responsible, then it becomes a major problem.
Even
That means they care less about the welfare of the players. Look at the players.
Even at the national level, I was reading in the news that they've paid our national team coach Kenotro like 2 months a while ago. I said, should this be news?
Of course, it is news because it had to be news because it went viral that payments
they were owing him. So that is why if they were not owing him, it's not been news when he was paid.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be.
So when we were told that
made for them,
they were majorly financially solvent, I mean, it was news. So when we hear news like this, then I don't know what to say about it, but I think this is a debasement. I think this is a debasement of Nigerian football on its own, where you have players put placards up, go to government houses to protest. These are things that we have been seeing, and we think that when we bring it to the front burner, we've seen it happen. And you think that everyone, almost everywhere, you think every institution wants to avoid things like this, but it continues to happen. And it begs the question: what exactly are we going to do to ensure this doesn't happen again?
We saw our ladies. We saw our ladies go
to the National Assembly to demand for.
We saw them even at the World Cup where they protested at the World Cup. We saw them win the AFCON and then came back in Abuja. They were kicked out of the hotel. They were not, and stuff. And so some of these things are quite embarrassing, and that is why we from one embarrassment to almost the other one, but I don't think it is not that one.
You demand for some level of patriotism among these athletes, but you cannot do the basic that is required of you for them.
Which comes to the issue of Desire Okparanozie. Okparanozie, just like what happened to Stephen Keshi, just like what happened to Sunday Oliseh, just like what happened to every captain of our national teams. I think there are times, if one, how do I say it, one board moves and the next board comes in, should be with a youthful board, we should come with youthful ideas. Those archaic.
What we are saying.
Yeah, no. I think Sunday is still being old. I think Christian Chukwu is still being old. Let's put it out there.
What we are having is the highest level of vindictiveness. Because what I see about the Desire Zone is, as the captain of his team, she led out her team to protest, the fact that they are not getting their entitlements. Basic. That's exactly what happened to Oliseh. Yes. And Oliseh himself has reacted, saying, this is exactly what happened during my time. I spoke for my team. She spoke for her team.
Yes.
Now you are having her being ostracized. The team. So it's shocking, it's befuddling, it's unimaginable that at this point in time we are still having this kind of mentality where we choose those to play based on their loyalty or based on.
You beat the child and ask the child not to cry.
Not to cry. You are shocking. That was what happened. That was what happened in 2002.
Yes.
The team qualified for the World Cup. Another qualifying for the World Cup, the Governors Forum then, I think Governor Odili and they gave the players 70 million. The FA said, let us keep the money for you. The FA collected the 70 million. It wasn't the FA's money. Yes. It was the players' money.
In Yoruba Palace, only.
The players came back. I think they were to play friendly against Egypt prior to Mali 2002. And they said, where is our money? The FA said, we are spending money. Our own money, we're not saying your own. The one that they gave to us. He took the supporters club and other people that to sort that thing. And then Sunday Oliseh put his foot down and said, everybody who has played a qualifier, even if it's only one match you played, you must get from that particular money. And that part
so how was he not going to win the admiration of the other guys that were not even part of the major team?
Because he said, look, everybody, if you have played, it's not only those who are invited that will get out of this money. Everybody who has played the qualifier, if it is one match you played, let us distribute according to how many matches you played.
So as far back as the 1983 team, the under 20, the 1983, they had been old.
So I mean, it's not a culture we should be proud of. It is not.
And they earn salaries, they earn their allowances. This is totally
so let us, Desire Okparanozie let us see. There was a tweet because he was responding to the director of communications of the national team of the Nigerian Football Federation when he granted an interview to a foreign press and said Desire should work hard, and then if she works hard, those who select the team should be able to. Desire has been playing top-notch football for the past 6 years in France. There are those who are in the team who don't have who are clubless,
and they're selected.
You invite people who are clubless to the team, and you leave out somebody that moved on from Greencamp to Dijon, and is playing.
It's shocking.
It's not a good. If we have that tweet, what is
this is what you say. Work on my game and push for consistent selection. Those ones who has been without club for over a year now, how many of their games did they work on over the past 1 year to merit their inclusion? When we are spoiled for choice, look for another lie.
Yes, that is it. So he said, look for another
lie.
Okay, all right. Okay. You see, it is Val. And you can't have it better than to have the Val of Nigerian sport. You can have it better to have who we are. We are going straight to Hamburg. We are going to Germany. We want to meet she will come back. She's getting ready.
She's ping-ponging us.
She's I'm getting and disappearing. Then she will back. I tell you this, she has, only about four table tennis players have gone to the Olympic, are going to the Olympic for the 7th time. And I tell you this, now there is a lady in the whole world, the first woman in the whole world to go to the Olympic, table tennis player to go to the Olympics for 7 times, and the only African woman in any event to go to the Olympics for 7 times. I want to say, if she's ready, we want to see if we can hook up straight and see the gazelle, the delectable, the beautiful one, we call her Funke Oshonaike. Hello, Funke, how are you?
I want to see if she's ready. We want to see if we can hook up straight.
What's the time?
I'm ready.
Funke is ready. And I tell you, she lights up the screen. And Funke, I don't know. Let us start.
Hello, happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine, Funke. Happy Valentine. You are looking. I will pick the word.
Little problem because I can't hear you properly.
But you are clear. You are very, very clear with us. Okay, maybe try to put in the. You are very, very clear. We are hearing you clearly, very, very clearly.
Yeah, I know I'm clear, but I can't hear you. Let's see.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Okay. Yes, it's better now. I think
it's better now. Funke, I'm looking at you now, and I'm wondering, can you tell Nigerians and the world what is the secret of how you look the way you are looking?
I think it's because I love me, for me, and I'm always a happy girl. I try to be happy always. I can be so emotional. When people hurt me, I'll cry a lot, but I wipe up my tears and continue moving. I love sport a lot. I love humanity. I love people. I just try as much as possible to be a happy me every time. Maybe that is what is making me look younger and younger with each passing day. And before I forget, I think I get the gene from my parents.
Okay, Funke, you are looking everything love, because everything you're talking about here is love, and I think we got it when we say, okay, Funke, let Nigerians see what the definition of love, which is why we are getting you here. Funke, women don't mention their age. April, you'll be 46. Funke, you look 23. I don't understand. So how does table tennis have anything to do with it? Just because you inherited from your gene, or how?
Yeah, table tennis helped me a lot too, because I started very, very early when I was in primary school, and I started representing my school back then, and I started representing Nigeria too at the age of 14. If I could remember at that time, I used to do a lot of fitness training. Lot of it. And so I grew up like that, because I grew up with people that were more elderly than me. I normally trained with them. I wanted actually to be like them all the time I was growing up. So I think that is part of the thing that helped me. Even right now, as a grown-up woman that is going to be like 40. You said 46? I think I should be 47. I think I should be 47.
We're 46,
yeah, I was born
46.
28 April 1974. So
okay, 74.
I'm 74. Something has to be corrected somehow.
So it's 3 years. It's 3 years to say. Okay, all right. Okay. Funke, let me ask you this question. I How is it, you took table tennis as a career. Can somebody make a living out of table tennis?
Yes, somebody can do that, because if I could remember, I was at the University of Lagos when I left for professionalism to Italy. I had to leave I think immediately I finished my diploma course, I left immediately to Italy because I got a good contract. And back then I was kind of tired of Nigeria with the situation. I remember at that time there was something like fighting at the University of Lagos, so I had to run away. And since then, I've been in Europe. I've been making my living out of table tennis. They paid me well. They gave me accommodation, some things to feed myself, to take care of myself. And apart from that, every time I go for competition in Nigeria do take care of me. Though some things have really changed right now, but back then it used to be very, very good. But now it's kind of hard because of Corona and things that is happening around us. Since last year there has been Corona, it has really affected my club and my income. But to God be the glory, I'm still here and I'm still alive.
Okay, I know you also be able to advise the younger ones if how they were able to follow your footsteps and earn a living. Those who have the talent to play table tennis. But let's come back to history. Funke, 1996, Atlanta, 2000. Sydney, 2004, Athens, 2008, Beijing, 2012, London, 2016, Rio, 2021, Tokyo. You've been ever present. Funke, look back so now good. And tell us, which has been your favorite moment at the Olympics? Is it the first one, or is it the anticipated one that you want to go in Tokyo? Which? Your Olympic moments.
The first one.
The first one.
The first one, I was so eager. It's just like people that have actually qualified to go for Olympics right now that they couldn't go last year. I know they will be so sad because the first of everything, the eagerness, the excitement, everything all together. I can never forget the first one in America, in Atlanta. It was so good, and I was so young, and I met so many superstars, But after that, after like 8 years, things changed. Then terrorism started, too much security, and things started going down and down. And this one that I'll be going for right now, I am I just hope that this COVID-19 will not stop all the athletes from going, because I suffer for it. To qualify as an old woman like me, it was not easy at all. I was going through a lot of problems psychologically, emotionally, physically. I was going through a lot, and I managed to qualify. Please, COVID, just give us this opportunity for all of us to go and represent our country. I will be the happiest woman on earth. But COVID is there, who knows?
COVID. This
exactly,
is our diva.
COVID.
This is our diva. This is our beauty. COVID, don't deny us this. And I know COVID will not do this for us. Funke, let's look at it this way. I want to ask you a personal question. Today is Valentine's Day. Love has not been too kind to you, Funke. You were in a relationship where you were battered. Somebody tried to punch you to punch it back. You left Nigeria and you got it. You found love. 3 months to when you were to wed, some robbers took that and turned you into something else. And then you eventually overcame that and you found love again. Funke, this is Valentine's Day. February the 14th. How do you describe love, Funke?
Oh, love. I love love. I am just love. You can see I'm wearing red for the Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Even though I don't have Valentine, my friend doesn't believe in Valentine. I told him I was going to report him. I don't have a Val here. I have a friend that doesn't believe in Valentine. I just told him to even tell me that he loves me.
Wow.
And I hope he's watching right now. He refused to tell me he loves
me. He will.
But love has been good. I've gone through a lot with love. I suffered in my marriage. I went through a lot. But I am single right now, a single mother. But let me tell you one thing. I have never been happier and I've never been free. I never wanted it, but life changed all my dreams for me. You know, I was inside it for a very long time because of what people might say about Funke Oshonaike, because of what people are talking about, or some of the superstars that are not married, that they are divorced, things like that. You know, I was watching people say a lot of things and I was suffering in my marriage. But thank God I had all the courage to actually work out and go, and I've never been happier. And I'm happy, and I'm happy I can sleep good, I can breathe good, I can move good, I can take good care of my children. Believe me, life has not been good to me before, but now I can breathe. I can actually breathe. Maybe one day love will find me again, but I am hoping for love. I love love. Today
you love love. Funke, you are love. You love love. And looking at you, we are saying love. There is no doubt about that.
Thank you.
But then what message do you have for those who have gone through what you have gone through, that say they are skeptical about love? I mean, we can't get things done and stuff like that. What message do you have for them, Funke?
Oh, please, if this one doesn't work for you, other ones will work for you. Don't say because this man hurt you. Hey, look at me. I've been battered. I've been physically, mentally, emotionally abused in my life. But the last thing I would never do is to give up on love. I love love. Love is sweet. And maybe love is sweet and bitter, you know. But my life is my life is full of love. I love to be loved. I love to give people. I love to love people. I love to help people. Yes, and I love my Nigerian men. I don't like people. I love them, so I still love love. So no matter what you might be going through in your marriage right now, just don't stop believing in love, you know. But please don't kill yourself because of marriage. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know. Just follow your heart, you know. As long as what you're doing is the right thing, please, I'm begging you, follow your heart. If you are going through any abusive marriages right now, the best thing for you to do is to step out, separate, and maybe everything work together again. You guys can come together, but don't stay in an abusive marriage. I'm begging you. I went through it. I was inside for more than 10 years. Nobody saw me, but I was crying inside, you know. But I survived it. You might not survive it. You know, just please be strong and say no to abusive marriage. I'm not talking about only women right now. I'm talking about men too that are going through one thing or the other in marriage. Marriage may be do or die of fear. You understand? A lot of things happen right now, but our happiness is paramount. It is very, 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 very important. So if you want to be happy like me, hey, be happy. If you are not happy, you cannot give happiness. Don't expect somebody else to give you happiness. You know. Be happy, love yourself so that you can give love to other person and you can give happiness to other person. Like the way I am right now.
Okay, Funke, COVID. I know you've been begging COVID to give us, please COVID, don't let us lose this opportunity. Then how do you stay fit? How do you practice? And what is it like in Germany now? Is there a lockdown? How do you move out? What advice do you have for Nigerians? There are a lot of us who still don't believe that COVID is real.
Mm. I have a very, very, we've been on lockdown since November ending in Germany. The only shops that are open since last year is the essential shops where you can just go for things to eat or chemists. All the other shops has been closed since last year. My children has not been going to school since last year, so we've been on total lockdown, and everybody has to work from house. Sport, it has stopped sport. But as for me, I've been doing a lot of physical fitness at home. I think I'm even spending more because I have to look for somebody that can train with me, because in the hall it's not allowed for so many people, and it's only professional that are allowed to train in Germany. It's only professional. If you are still amateur, you cannot. And for those of you that don't believe in COVID, it is real. Believe me, honestly. Like, remember last year, December till January, I was actually crying every day for 2 weeks because my friend caught COVID. You know, this is a friend of mine that talked to me almost every day, you know. So for him to actually drive himself to Yaba, you know, and he was on this oxygen for a long time. and I couldn't talk to him. I started thinking about a lot of people that died, that has been dying from COVID. Even though I didn't catch COVID, but I went through a lot. So please protect yourself, because COVID is real. It is very simple. I know sometimes it can be very, very uncomfortable. Wear that mask, don't touch your faces. Run away from garden. Forget about party for now. You don't need a party after COVID. We can all go out to party. You understand? Be fit, be dehydrated every time, and believe that COVID exists. And all things together, and don't stop praying, because sometimes you can do everything and you still get COVID, but please do it and pray about it. And God, I know one thing for sure, God will heal the world and save all of us from COVID. I don't want COVID to affect my enemies, not to talk of my friends. I've seen my colleagues too that die from COVID, and please, COVID is real. Please be serious about it.
COVID is real. Finally, with hope, what hope are you looking up to? If the Olympics do hold? It starts in 158 days, Funke. 158 days from now. Yeah, July 23rd. Is that medal finally going to come at the age of 47?
Hey, I believe in God. I believe nothing is impossible for God. Everybody is going through one thing or the other right now because of training. If it comes, I will be the happiest, because to me it's so sad that we all always have the Chinese winning all the medals in table tennis. The Asians. Even the Europeans have not been able to meet up. I'm talking about the women right now. But let's see. I believe in God. I believe in miracle. But the most important thing for me is that I love Nigeria so much, and I will really continue to be me and leave the name of my Nigeria very, very high. I've been doing that since the age of 14, and I want to continue doing it until I go under the ground. I love Nigeria, and I just hope when I get to Nigeria, you understand, they will keep knowing Nigeria through Funke Oshonaike. People will see me like this, and they will be proud to be Nigerian, and that is what I love most. I love Nigeria. Even a lot of things happening in Nigeria right now. Home is home, Home is home. There's nowhere like Nigeria to me, and I just hope that I will be able to keep lifting our name up. That is my dream.
Funke, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. And once in a while, we'll be taking a peep at your Instagram page. I saw you, Funke, probably before, if not, I would have gotten that. I would have played it now. Where you love boxing, or how is you do it. Let's get it done. All right, there. Funke, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. We'll get back to you again. I hope when we call, you will answer us.
I would do, I always feel at home with channels. I will surely answer. Yeah. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Thank you that I'm speaking English and I can talk. I've been locked up. I don't tire. And I miss Nigeria. I miss home. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, Funke. Thank you very much. Have a love-filled day.
Every journalist delight.
She said something striking. That she will keep lifting Nigeria.
All right, we're going on a break. When we come back, we'll surely open the lines and you talk about love. All right, that was quite a talk. The lines are open. You join the conversation. But before I come to my guys, while we are waiting for you, I would not take a few stories. A few love stories. Neymar is injured. Neymar since 2015 always get injured or get carded when it's getting close to March 11. Because on March 11, that's the sister's birthday.
Exactly.
You understand? Rafaela Santos. Rafaela Santos is Neymar's younger sister, and both of them are siblings. Neymar loves her so much that Neymar has her face tattooed very big right here.
Love,
yeah. He loves her sister. He loves her sister so much. All right, okay. Wow. How are you?
Loves Cry United.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Yes.
I'm so appreciate you. I was so surprised when you interviewed the ladies, Oshonaike, you are shaking. When you see red and red, I don't know why.
Calm down.
You are not being fair to me. I tell you this. I will,
because you are a Man U now, I can't support you. I Red Devil supporter. So forget about it. We are blue in London. And when You are partial in when you interview the what do you call it, Sunshine last week. I think you're supposed to.
No. I wasn't partial actually. We're having echo. Can you tune down the volume? It's like we're having an echo, or I think it's better now. I actually wanted to interview Dele Ayenuba. You understand? I wanted to do that actually. So it wasn't as if whatever. We still do it. We still try to reach out to Kwara United and bring it here. You remember even when I was interviewing the guy, this guy last week, I was talking about how Ayenuba is going to stop them, and you guys actually won. So you should be happy.
I think always up there.
Kwara United aren't doing badly. I think they have a few season campaigners in that team.
Yeah.
And they've been playing good football. You know, so that's why Owo can come on here and always,
these two clubs are doing well now. It's Chelsea and Chelsea are doing well. Kwara is doing well, so he can harass us.
Yes.
We are going to. The last time we slipped into Lagos. Audu. I don't know what's happening to Audu. Audu, the Kano Pillars fan. He used to be a regular caller on this show. Exactly. I don't know what I think.
Our Ghanaian brother.
And I think we were able to get his number. I don't know what we'll search for it and get in touch with him. I would miss you. So we're talking about Neymar. Neymar is injured again because March 11 is approaching, and then they said he has been ruled out for a minimum of 1 month. So we expect him to now go over there and go to Brazil and whatever. So Sugar Ray Leonard, you all know, are one of the greatest boxers of all time. At the Montreal Olympics in 1976, Sugar Ray had his girlfriend. You understand? His girlfriend, Juanita Wilkinson. He had the girlfriend's picture strapped to his socks, and he won all his fights 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. You know, till he got the gold. You know, Rory McIlroy was in love with our own. Carolina was that. You know, they printed out a wedding invitation and everything, and a week to the wedding. He just picked up his phone and called, Caro, is that you?
It's not going to work.
It's like, we are calling off this wedding. I don't think I'm ready. A week after you have sent out invitation, I tell you this. Muhammad Ali is, they say he's the greatest boxer of all time. But I tell you, what people don't understand is that Ali's problem was that alimony. Ali had 9 children, 7 from 4 different women. I tell you this, and he was maintaining all those women and all those children. You know, so he's expressing his love, you know, by taking care. At a point, about £45,000 a week, you know, in order to take care of those children. You understand? So that is his own way of expressing his own love. And when he died, they are thinking of how his estate, you know, will be shared by the loves of his life. You know, JJ Okocha, we scored only 1 goal in 2002. And I tell you this, you remember when Yobo did that pull out and Arawa nodded and we scored the goal. And what did JJ was the captain of the team, and he raised up his shirt and said, Nkechi, I love you.
Yes.
So he was expressing his love for Nkechi. Right there, Nkechi, I love you. JJ did that. That doesn't to work up. My guy, I was thinking, the lines are up. I was really trying to lift up his shirt. It's like I said to him. The lines are up.
Ken's version is Adigulelo.
It's universal. It doesn't have to be that. And your root is where you came out from. Like I said, it's important to you, but you evolve as a human being, as a universal. I think it's the ladies that put on red.
No. I think it's a universal color.
Yeah.
Ken, for all you have said,
I think it's ridiculous. Those colors.
Okay. So those are the things that we're going on. Like we said, the NNL kit of yesterday. A lot of matches were played, and some other matches will play today.
In the MPFL today.
Yes, MPFL
Adamawa United will be playing, hosting FC Fayamba today.
Okay.
Kano Pillars will be playing MFMFC.
All right.
Asna United versus Jigawa Golden Stars.
Okay.
Kwara United will take on Dhaka FC. That's how United versus Akwa United. Plateau and Rivers postponed. Warriors versus FC Enyimba postponed. Wiki Tories versus Sunshine Stars. Abia Warriors versus Enugu Rangers, and Heartland away versus Lobby Stars.
Okay, so that is it. So you go and share your teams up. Those teams playing at home, even away. If you visit, and that is the log. That is the log as it is now. That is the log.
Enyimba is leading.
Enyimba is there
by 21 points.
Okay, Enyimba followed by
followed by Rivers United 18 points.
And the two of them will be playing.
Doing so well.
Kwara United are doing. I hope they remain there. And Canopilas
17 points.
So those are your.
Where's my hometown club?
The biggest game on the continent today is Enyimba.
Can I come
and Rivers United because they're playing on the continent.
The relegation zone.
Okay, that is the continental.
Exactly, fixture. That's why some of these games are postponed. Okay. And I think it goes beyond just the 90 minutes. There is a lot that is going into that particular contest because at a point in time in 2001, 2003, Enyimba actually had been leaders in the league, and also 2004 Dolphins before it was renamed Rivers United and Sharks also.
All right, let's go to Port Harcourt. Hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, how are you?
I'm not sure he's there.
Emmanuel is not there. We've been having this echoing sound. I hope I'll be able to control it when you call in. So Emmanuel, do call back, and then the lines are still open. So that is for the MPFL. Like you said, if you are close, go by. Jimmy just said there's a continental match. You know,
is the biggest.
We hope. I thought
it's bigger than all the EPL games.
Well, we would have hoped if they were playing. If they were playing for the Champions League, they are playing for North Cup.
No, Ken, it doesn't matter. They are playing on the continent, and I think
we should be up there. And our best should not be fighting.
Let's make do with what we have.
That's what I'm only saying. So we should not cover. We don't say let me do what we have.
Okay, you are saying we should not get way behind the heads.
No, of course. I mean,
when the desirable is not available,
definitely.
Let's hope we make that available desirable.
Especially on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day.
When some people become stingy.
Enyimba is supposed to be back-to-back champions. Like you said, Rivers United.
They have been consistent over the past few years.
And then we expect the best to represent the league. At Europa, if we can win it, fine.
Remember when we had the continental slot,
they will knock themselves out. I mean, only one of them will progress out of from this place, and it is basically narrower.
Exactly.
You know, with our hope of picking a continental trophy this year.
Yeah.
So that is it. But we expect we wish both teams luck. Rivers United and Enyimba with them luck. All right, let's go to Abuja.
We lost that call.
What is happening today? You guys just want to talk about how you love her, and then that is brothers. This guy's already opposing in the house. Maybe that's why these are not coming in. But we expect them to come in. There are a lot of love stories, and you can only have that once in a year, and that is what we are doing. So let us look at the EPL matches that were played. City, Obum said it is for City to lose.
It's Manchester City's title to lose from this point.
Okay.
And they mesmerized Tottenham Hotspur yesterday. Look at
those are the score.
Leicester beat Liverpool 3-1. Liverpool is
3 goals in 10 minutes.
I think it's shocking, and you look at what has happened to Liverpool. The 17th central defensive pairing at this point in time, injuries and a lot of tweaks to that team. I think it's
enough because those injuries occurred even before the January transfer. Exactly. They didn't make the purchase at the January transfer. Of course. So
see, I think this goes to show that to defend your title in the EPL
is quite difficult. It's quite difficult.
So if teams have done it,
but you need everything to work for you. Everything, all the indices have to work for you.
Man City back to winning.
Wow.
Commanding
Pep Guardiola doesn't
16 wins in all competitions.
And look at the goal Gundogan scored, beating Sanchez.
He's a man on form.
11 goals
in 9 matches. 11 goals is tally right now. And I think you just look at it and feel maybe you become the player of the season eventually.
Then Burnley got the early goal and mesmerized.
3 goals in the first half.
No, 2 goals in the first half. And immediately they resumed the second half. They got the third goal. Palace seems, the last time Palace won the match, I think it was against Arsenal. They can't seem to find their ways after that match. Jimmy's Arsenal. Brighton.
I don't understand this. Arsenal will play some team, they will win and they start losing.
I don't
understand. Arsenal and then they win.
I don't understand.
What is that?
I don't understand.
Okay, these are the fixtures for today.
Southampton versus Wolverhampton, West Bromwich Albion versus Manchester United.
Arsenal taking on Leeds.
The best verse gift for Ken is for West Brom to defeat United.
No. Sam Allardyce is
Owolabi may just come.
All right, okay, let's take. We have a caller on the line.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, go on.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to talk. Open, how are you doing, Open Neme?
Fine, thank you, Abdullah. Thank you so much. I'm fine.
Yeah, Open Neme, the issue, what I want to talk about is about Liverpool. Does it mean that with the defensive error and problem we're having now, does it mean Liverpool cannot perform? Van Dijk is on injury. Fabio is on, we have problematic. So what's going on with Liverpool? Open Neme, can you answer that question? What's going on with
I think, Abdullah, the issue with Liverpool is they said by you lost your captain early on in the season, and your right fullback went out of form, and your coach did not address these issues in the January transfer window. And if you look at it, the more a team loses some matches or draws some matches, confidence leaves the team very quickly. No matter how good you are as a manager or a team is, once you start losing matches, needless matches here and there, the confidence ebbs away from the team. So, and the Premier League is not easy to win and it's not easy to defend. So let's say football is happening to Liverpool. Reality check is done on Liverpool this season. Liverpool is still a good team. In my own opinion, Liverpool still make Champions League places, but title, forget it. It's gone for good this season.
Okay. All right. So
I think there are a medley of reasons.
Alexander, I was referring to him.
I think there are a medley of reasons beyond maybe Klopp not doing the needful as regards the
paucity of funds.
Because no, I don't think it's about paucity of funds.
Rather, do you know how much Alisson and Vajik, because that is the costliest combination.
You may think that it's lack of motivation because they have won it all. You know, they had won the Champions League, won the league, something that they are sought for.
All right, let's go to
Paul from
Abia. Hello, Paul.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Paul.
Hi, how are you doing there?
Thank you.
I want to say something about our league, our Nigerian National League. I think it has started.
Yes, yesterday. It kicked off yesterday.
Yeah. But I want to say something. When you watch the English Championship League, the people to our
the championship has been on for a very, very long time. It's almost as the tradition, just like this. But then I think we want we'll answer this when next to come. Or maybe you just call it that when we're about landing off.
Championship League is the second tier on the English League. I think.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Paul. We'll get back. We'll get next week. I hope you call it earlier or we'll open the lines earlier. You know, because of the interview we had Funke Oshonaike. Guys, we are going.
Congratulations to Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, for defeating comprehensively the Bonds. I don't know what it is about Nigeria and Brazil of recent. Adesola defeated Costa. Now Usman has defeated also Gilbert Bonds, and it's good for us.
The issue of desire paranoia needs to be looked into.
Yeah.
She needs to get back into the team. She's the captain of that team, and she deserves to be in that team.
Yes, you've had them. Congratulations to Kamaru Usman. It's 13-0. And we'll talk about this. We should not be punishing the captains because they speak for the team. That's a cake. Bring in your best. And then that is how you have leadership. If they don't show leadership, then you don't entrust them with that. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Have a love-filled Sunday.